A lot of people have been doing this ask out 100 women type videos, and I figured we'll react to another one, see what this guy's Rizz is like, and kind of analyze it. This channel is Funnel. I've never watched his content before, but he looks, well, I guess different than the Asian guy who normally does these videos.
Today, I'm asking 100 strangers on a date to overcome my social anxiety, starting with this one. Hey, excuse me. Do you want to go on a date with me?
That's how, most times when you ask out a woman, how it should go. You ask her out, right to the point, and you either get a yes or a no, and you move on with your day. It's very simple.
But for every 10th girl I approach in this video, I have to complete one of these 10 challenges, like wearing a banana suit, acting like a blind person, and even proposing to a girl on the spot. Because by the end of this video, I want social anxiety to fear me. I'm coming. Bro, I am nervous as fuck right now. Holy shit. But I started approaching the first 10. Would you guys want to go on a date with me?
I have a boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
Oh, I do too.
No, sorry.
No. I'm okay.
I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend.
Would you want to go on a date with me?
I'm sorry, I can't.
I already don't like the way that he's phrasing it, this, would you want to go on a date with me? It sounds like you're asking a theoretical question. I think a much more direct approach in your wording is critical. It's kind of the very tiny details like that I think make the big difference, right? Like if you're in a job interview and you say, I would like this job, it sounds so much softer than, can I have this job? I really want this job. Can I have this job? And even though they're not going to answer you right then and there in a job interview, you're still like asking for it. You're still showing ambition. I'm going to remove this top bar so you can actually see the counter that he has up there, because he's keeping track of his yeses and his nos.
Would you want to go on a date with me? But then this happened.
Maybe, you know what, maybe.
Maybe.
I'd probably do it.
You're what, sorry?
I'd probably do it.
Okay, I'll take that. I was so caught off guard, I stopped recording. But now it's time for the first social anxiety challenge. Do I look like a banana, bro?
You look like a re-nana.
Now, even though that girl said yes, she still kind of seemed very uncertain in the way she said yes, because she's confused whether or not you're actually asking her out, or you're asking, like, do I look like the kind of guy you would hypothetically go on a date with? Which is a big difference, right? Show a little bit more enthusiasm, a little bit more direct. You don't want to be entirely direct, but you want to be like 80% direct.
I'm gonna kill myself. Bro, that's so funny. I'm like, why the fuck is everybody looking at me? My body was flooded with adrenaline, but I had to stay focused on the mission. Hey, excuse me.
Yeah, your body being flooded with adrenaline, calm down. Like, calming down also is gonna help.
Yeah.
Excuse me, this is like totally random. I just saw you and I thought you were super pretty.
Oh.
What's your name?
I'm Avery.
Avery, Felix, it's nice to meet you. What do you think of my fit?
It's
Like,
incredible.
honestly.
10 out of 10.
I appreciate it.
It's amazing.
Does that
Yes.
warrant
Like, get good at lowering that anxiety quick, right? Like, it's not as easy as just calm down. Obviously, we would all like to be like cool as a cucumber, cold as ice when asking somebody out. There's going to be like some anxiety, but there's certain, I don't know, it's just like self-control stuff. Because in a situation where I'm about to ask out a pretty girl, yeah, I'll get a spike of anxiety, but I can also like sort of like knock myself out of it, just say like, all right, calm down. I just tell myself to calm down and my body reacts, and then it's just a calmer experience.
number? I feel like it does.
I am gay.
You're gay?
I am.
Oh.
So I'm sorry, but I respect.
That makes sense. I'm a little bit too, to be
You're a little
honest
bit.
with
Honestly,
you.
everyone's a little bit gay.
The more I stood there in my banana suit, the more I started to feel comfortable. But I wasn't in the clear yet, because later in this video, I still had to ask a girl out, telling her I'm a serial killer, and propose to a stranger on the spot. But before the next challenge, I still had to ask out 10 more girls. Would you guys want to go on a date with me?
We have boyfriends.
I don't really want to answer this.
You can be honest. That's the whole point of it, is stepping outside your comfort zone, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
you go first.
I would.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh my god, I would too.
Yeah?
I think so.
Well, I feel like it's a little weird to get like all three of your guys' numbers. That's a little awkward.
So you can pick
Yeah.
one. No.
That's crazy, bro. I don't know if I can do
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna talk to someone right now.
I don't. I would.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Now that we got to 20.
Yeah, definitely pick one. If you're in that scenario, just pick one. You're always going to want to, like, lead towards one a little bit.
The next challenge is asking a girl out as a blind person. Bro, do I look...
But you also have to have, like, a flexibility. I've gone up and approached, like, 2, 3 women, and just one's vibing, one's funnier, I'm building a connection with one, and maybe I wanted to ask out the other, but oh, this one's cool as hell, so I'm asking her out, you know.
Fucking blind. That's so funny. Excuse me. This is like super random. I don't like you.
He's blind, but he like not only like stops her, but like perfectly slows down his movements towards her. It's impressive.
Usually do this. But you sound like super nice. Would it be cool if I get your phone number?
I have a boyfriend. I'm so sorry.
No, you're all good. I'm totally fucking with you too.
Oh.
I was honestly still nervous, and it felt like I was playing a character.
I have a boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
Yeah. I'm not looking for
You don't
anything.
like it? But every approach I did made me more comfortable.
No.
This is what I point out on this channel, is what the hell are people talking about when they say things. Just the other day, I saw this on social media where they're like, oh, well, things have changed. Women nowadays, if you just ask them out, if you're like in college, you ask a girl out, she's going to call the police. She's going to take video of you and post it all over social media. How? Like, no, first of all. Things haven't, like, drastically changed in the last 2 years. I don't know when this video was recorded, but it was uploaded a month ago. Maybe it was recorded in the fall, possibly. Based off how people are dressed, maybe last summer. At the most, it could have been now. Who knows, right? Like, I think some of these... It's hard to tell with certain areas. Like, obviously, they're not... obviously, this wasn't, like, filmed a month ago in Alaska. But, yeah, like, this guy's asking out women in their 20s, and it's nothing but positive reactions. And this guy, like, he's not, like, bad looking, but he's also, like, pretty generic looking. He's got acne on his face. And, I mean, I'm somebody who's got a bit of acne. And how come I can do this? How come I can ask out women in their 20s and it be equally as positive? Even him getting rejected 21 times so far, he hasn't had one bad interaction, one negative interaction. And most of them say they have a boyfriend. And probably most of the ones that say they have a boyfriend actually do. So, like, there's no reason for there to be these negative situations where you ask a woman out. That should literally never happen. If that's happening, then what's actually going on is you're some kind of creepy stalker who's, like, staring at a woman for 20 minutes before you go up and talk to her, and she's terrified for her life. That's not how you ask a person out. You don't wait forever. You don't wait till you know the person for like 3 months and then ask them out. No, you ask them out like ASAP. You ask them out either when you first meet them or like by at least the 5th time you've interacted with them. That's what you absolutely guaranteed should be doing. You doing other weird stuff and getting the cops called on you, that's craziness. Like, I know hundreds and hundreds of people. I went to college for 4 years. I've asked out hundreds of women face to face. I've never even so much as had like a largely negative interaction. I've never even heard of anybody getting the police called on them for asking somebody out. I've maybe heard one story in my life out of the hundreds of women that I've met and talked to of them even having a situation where a guy asking them out is like something of note for them.
No, only because you look way too young.
I have a question. I'm good.
Would you want to go on a date with me?
No.
And like, also, when you're asking out people from a variety of races, like I don't know anything about the guy in this video or this girl, don't know anything about him, but some people just aren't going to date you because of your race, right? Like I'm a Native American person. I know I'm incredibly pale, but I am, like a card-carrying Native American. And I've had people not date me because of the Native American part of me. I've had people not date me because of the white part of me. It is, it's a thing, right? Like, it is what it is. Not saying anything about anyone in this video. Not saying anyone is like that, but you will encounter people like that. I've encountered it multiple times. I've literally, like, dated women for, like, a couple months where they're like, actually, like, my parents are racist, and, you know, if we got in a relationship and they found out, then they wouldn't, like, pay for my college. It's stuff like that. I've encountered that, like, at least 3 times. It's crazy, but it happens. Like, I encountered that with a woman in her 30s. You know, and she, like, a woman in her 30s whose parents are deceased, but, like, she was like, oh, well, my family, even though it was, like, her extended family who she wasn't even close with. But I digress. Let's get back to the video.
For this next challenge, I have to tell a girl I love her after 5 seconds of knowing her. Excuse me. Excuse me. This is, like, totally random. I think I love you.
What?
I think I love you. Do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
Oh,
And I have a man.
that's awkward. As time went on, I began getting more used to the rejection. Would you want to go on a date with me?
No.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm not from here, but thank you so much for asking. I have a boyfriend.
Now, that was very important. That previous one and this one. Like, this woman is smiling enormously. And the previous woman was like, thank you so much for asking. This is what you should be encountering. I don't know how any guys out there are ever not encountering statements like that and expressions like this. The majority of rejections I've ever gotten, which, like I said, I've asked out hundreds of women face to face, most of that is rejections. Right? Like, these stats this guy's posting so far are realistic. Right? Like, I would be scoring about the same. Yeah. It's interesting that this guy has a bit more Rizz. Like, he's better at this than most guys who make this type of video are. So it's interesting. It feels like he's adding these challenges to make it more experimental. But, like, he doesn't need to. Whereas other people who post these types of videos, them even getting the courage to ask women out and face-to-face strangers, in and of itself is, like, experimental. They're learning as they go. Which this guy, like, is doing. Any experience in anything you do in life, it's gonna get you to be better at that thing. But yeah, this guy's doing great, and these are the interactions even when you're, like, not good, right? Like, when I think of the first, like, 100 women I've asked out face to face, I had interactions like this. Giant smiles, clearly making the person's day. The person expressing, like, oh my god, like, thank you very much. Like, if I wasn't If I wasn't dating somebody, I totally would. Like, I've gotten that even when I was new to this, when I wasn't good at this. And I don't even, like, do this all that much anymore, right? Like, I'm way too busy with, life has gotten me incredibly busy in the last few months.
Sorry.
Last
Would
year.
you guys want to go on a date with me?
No, I engaged. Yeah, it's on her ring. It's very nice.
And I think that attitude of not caring was what allowed me to start being myself. I don't know if this makes sense, but
And so many... The people who should be watching these videos will come up with the excuse like, oh, this guy's like a Giga Chad. But look at him. He's not. He just knows what he's doing. He, like, he cares enough to have, like, a haircut that kind of suits him, but it's also kind of, like, not the greatest by any means. Like, it's pretty, like, it's got major, like, bedhead vibes. But, like, the guy's having success in what he's doing, and pretty much anyone can. Like, you can do the things that he's doing successfully yourself. But so many people who, like, need that kind of advice are just so resistant to it. They'll come up with any kind of excuse that somehow this guy is, like, the equivalent of, like, Ryan Gosling. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? No, he is not. He is not at all.
I definitely feel like I'm not in my own head as much. After the first few times you get over this hump, I feel like I'm just able to be myself a little bit more.
I have a boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
Yeah, me too.
You too? Okay. Well, I appreciate the honesty, guys.
I have a boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
Yes.
And, I don't want to go back to him, but when you see him again and he's talking to the camera, pay attention to his eyes. Like, his eyes kind of express that he is laid back, that he is chill, that he is okay with rejection, which is the attitude you need to have, right? You need to genuinely understand this and go into this expecting to get a fair bit of rejection, just to get majority rejections, because that's always going to be the case no matter how good you are at talking to women. But, like, part of that is amplified by his ability to express through his eyes, through his face, through his demeanor, that he's fine with being rejected. Right? Like, you need to be okay with that. There's so many guys out there who just struggle with asking out women because they get rejected a couple times and they take it, like, so deeply personally. And you absolutely shouldn't, because there are millions and millions, literally billions of women out there. I even did a video where I said, if the county that you live in has the population of 100,000 people, then there should be, like, around 3,000 to 5,000 women in your age range that are single and straight. Like, I eliminated all the possible deal breakers, like women who are in relationships, which some women who are in relationships will still be in additional relationships, will still hook up. You know, people cheat. It does happen. So, like, even in like an imaginary universe where someone being in a relationship means they aren't down for anything else with anybody else. Even in that reality, there's thousands in your area, in your county, like within an hour drive of where you are. So these excuses that there's, like, no women out there, or that it's just hopeless. No, it's only hopeless because you're not trying, because you're letting excuses rule your life, which is the least manly thing you could ever do. And so even when you, like, step outside of your bounds, you're still reeking of that unmanliness, of that, like, weird obsessive creepiness. You gotta start separating yourself from that. And go out and interacting with people is a great way to do that.
That sounds good. As the interactions went on, I started having more and more fun.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh yeah, it is so much fun. Like when I was before I went to college, I challenged myself to ask out 300 women in one summer. And like I challenged myself in like start of like June to ask out 100 women across like 3 months. And I got it done in a month, and I had a blast doing it. Holy crap, because so many, like almost every interaction is just super positive and fun, and you meet people and you joke around. Even when you get rejected, you're still like meeting people and like having a good time and like making their day. And literally sharpening a skill that is critical, absolutely critical. Like allow me to be absolutely ridiculous for a moment with what I'm about to say.
Oh, good.
But like look at this woman that he's talking to. Right? Like most people are straight. Right? Now in this video they suggested that not everyone's not as straight as an arrow, which whatever. But most people are straight, right? So most guys who watch this video like take a look at this woman. She's got some nice curves to her. Would you not enjoy going out with this woman? Having some fun, some extracurriculars with this woman? If you're a straight man, which you probably are if you're watching this, then the answer to that is yes. You would enjoy spending some alone time with this woman. Right? Like, sorry to be, but so, with that being established, why are you not sharpening your skill at obtaining that? At making yourself attractive to women? To putting yourself out there, to actually communicating with these women? These women are everywhere. They're literally everywhere. Why would you ever even remotely consider not getting good at talking to women? Getting good at talking to women will result in you dating women. Women being in your life. What are you doing? What are you doing not doing this? People out there, people of the world, men, why are you not doing this?
That's so funny. Okay.
It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Katya.
Katya, nice to meet you. Although I was still nervous, I was being myself. Enjoy your workout.
Actually, here.
Oh.
Actually, did I put my name in? No, I think I just put my name.
That's okay. I mean, I could just call you like future one. That's cool too.
There you go.
Awesome, thank you. But I still had 60 more posts.
Oh man. That is a key point. I forget if I've brought this up in previous videos, but say you're in that situation where you're like handing a woman your phone so she can put her number in it. If you haven't like learned her name, if you can like put her name and then put like a fire emoji or like put some kind of compliment, like you're putting, like he joked about future wife or whatever. If you do something to like, you can sneak in a compliment, and that's gonna score you points. Like you absolutely want to take that opportunity to like sprinkle in an extra bit of flirting. That's a key thing. That's ultimately kind of like what you're doing. You're being chill, you're going with the flow, you're being direct, you're going for the number, and you're taking opportunities to flirt. You're not letting them pass by.
Before the big event. Will you marry me? So it was time to speed things up.
I'm talking to somebody right now.
Okay,
I'm also talking to somebody.
Way too young.
Like it's not just about creating opportunities. Like you do want to have the ability to create those opportunities to flirt. But probably more importantly is not letting them pass by, because they're going to happen. Like look at these women. They're rejecting him. And they're smiling, laughing, having a great time. Probably because he's having a great time. as well. So even within getting rejected, he's finding opportunities to flirt. He's not allowing them to just pass by.
I have a boyfriend.
Would you want to go on a date with me?
Maybe. If I was single, sure. Oh, sure. No, I'm good.
The next.
All right, that girl looked young. Like, that girl looked like she was in like early high school. So don't ask. Avoid that, unless you're literally like that age.
Next challenge is asking a girl out in under 10 seconds. Hey, excuse me. This is like super random. I have like 10 seconds to do this. Can I get your phone number?
I have a boyfriend.
Oh, me too. Wait, what?
What?
Oh, that's so awkward.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
Sorry, bud.
I'm totally messing with you.
Yeah.
I got my buddy recording over there. Is it cool if we use it for a video?
Yeah.
Awesome. Have a good rest of your day. I think it.
That was painfully awkward, but they just didn't really laugh at his joke.
It was around this point where something magical started to happen. My goal shifted from trying to get the number to just having fun in the conversation, even if the answer was a no. Would you want to go on a date with me?
Oh, that's. This is. I have a boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend? Oh, me too.
I feel like even his like pronunciation and inflection at like later on at this point in the video, even him basically saying the same words like, would you want to go on a date with me? He's doing it in a more direct way that makes it sound more actual and less hypothetical.
You have a boyfriend too.
Would you guys want to go on a date with me?
No, I'm lesbian. Sorry.
Awesome. I was starting to have a lot more fun. I was just wondering, would it be possible? Like, I like you look like really pretty. I'm totally fucking with you.
Okay.
Is it cool if I get your phone number?
No, sorry, I have a boyfriend.
Okay, no worries.
That was like, again, that was a little bit awkward. When you say like, I'm totally messing with you, it kind of makes it sound like you're messing with her and she's not pretty. That's probably what she's interpreting that statement as being. So you like kind of the exact words you say are very important to women. So this guy could definitely benefit from being a little more careful, because that could have potentially not been a rejection. That could have been a yes. But like, it kind of sounded like he was saying he was joking about her being pretty.
Would you want to go on a date with me?
That's crazy. Yeah, sure. Sure.
Would you guys want to go on a date with me? That's
I have
the.
a boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
Yeah, I'm taller than you.
You're taller than me? Okay, what if I walk on stilts?
Sure.
Okay. What about you? Sure. By the way, I feel like I should say this. This challenge is not to like get girls or anything like that. It's honestly just so that I can put myself in a position where I'm stepping outside my comfort zone. I'm probably going to be rejected a lot of times, but that's okay, because the point of this is so that my brain can grow and become more comfortable in situations like this. And I was becoming more comfortable. Hey, excuse me.
Hi.
This is like totally random. Is it okay if I get your number? I just think you're really pretty.
Oh yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I'm a serial killer, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, just like, are you I only date serial killers. That's kind of why
I'm not a serial killer.
Damn. Okay, I'll have to get it anyways. With every approach, it got easier and easier to talk to people. Would you want to go on a date with me?
Sure. I don't know.
Awesome.
Yeah. I have a boyfriend too.
Awesome. And I began looking forward to the challenges. This next one is I fell for you. Somebody over there. Oh, Jesus.
Are you okay?
I think I just fell for you. God. That was corny as fuck. I thought you were pretty. I was just wondering if I could get your phone number.
Sure.
Awesome. I feel like so much of it is energy too. People definitely resonate a lot more with this energetic, spontaneous feel as opposed to like the scripted, robotic feel. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've always felt that way. I feel like so many of these like pickup artists, these gurus, they just have like, they have it so wrong, and they promote this idea of like almost having a script or having like a semi-script which isn't what you want to be doing. You want it to be a lot more natural. And yeah, it's like I was saying, like, look at this guy's face. This guy is expressing that he's confident and doesn't give a crap if he gets rejected. Just through his facial expressions. Like, you could tell that. Even if this video was mute, I would be able to, like, pick that up just based off of his facial expressions. And women definitely pick that up.
I feel like for the next few interactions, I'm going to try a little bit more of that. The question is, would you guys want to go on a date with me?
Okay, sick.
Did we just say?
Yeah, you guys can be honest.
Yeah.
Sure. No.
No? Would you want to go on a date with me?
Okay, wait, sorry. I think we're both taken. Yeah, I'm sorry.
In the second last challenge, I have to ask to move in with a girl. Usually people put their name there, but you can just like put girlfriend instead if you want.
Funny.
Yeah. Is it cool if I move in with you? I feel like we could buy a house.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright. See ya.
Yo, one last thing. We're filming a funny video.
Do you have YouTube or something?
Yeah, it's like Mr. Beast.
You're not Mr.
Dude, oh my god, bro, everyone tells me that. I've learned so much throughout this entire video. I feel like I'm way more confident, and so much of what held me back was just in my own head, you know? There's only a few more left to go, so let's bang those out. There were literally 10 girls standing in my way from overcoming my social anxiety. I want social anxiety to fear me. I'm coming.
I'm not looking for any. I'll go on a date with you. Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Awesome, I'll take your number then.
Yeah, you look like a pretty nice guy.
I'm married. I'm
Okay.
gay.
I have a boyfriend.
But the fear started creeping in again. Bro, I am so fucking nervous for the proposed one. Holy moly. Maybe it was because it was the final challenge, but adrenaline started flooding my system again. I think it's go time. I do not want to do this. I pretended to go on my phone. I was stalling and trying to buy more time. Bro, I am fucking sweating bullets right now. Holy moly. But then I realized something. This challenge wasn't about getting girls or trying to go on a date. Throughout this entire video, the moments that stuck with me were the conversations, the interactions with people, regardless if they rejected me or not. Throughout the majority of the approaches, I was nervous, but that didn't matter.
You'll also notice that he's just at a mall. Like, he did this, like, the natural lighting that's entering the building has changed. So he's probably spent, like, a good couple hours doing this. But he's wearing the same stuff throughout this video. Like, he did this in a day. He asked out 100 girls in what seems like one day and in one location. Like, some of the times he's outside of the mall, it seems. But, like, this potentially was done in one day. So I just love when these guys out there in the internet land make the excuse that, like, they can't do it. They'll come up with a million excuses as to why they can't ask out any women at all, ever. But this guy's out here doing it, asking out 100 in potentially one day. You absolutely could do this in one day, right? And he is counting, like, going up to a group of 3 girls, asking them out, and counting all 3, which is fair. But, like, it's still, you're still asking out 100 women.
Because the point of this was feeling nervous and stepping outside my comfort zone despite how I felt. Excuse me. Excuse me. This is like totally random. I'm sure you probably get this a lot. Well, honestly, will you marry me?
I have to go. Sorry.
You have to go? Oh, I can come with you. God. Well.
And, like, I live kind of near London, Ontario, Canada. There are malls like this. And there are tons of, like, beautiful women. I 100% could do this in a day. Could ask out 100 women in a day. And probably have a similar rate of yeses.
That was awkward. I'll see you guys in the next.
Well, I mean, I say probably. Although I'm saying probably, I know absolutely, unquestionably I could.
Next one. Peace.
Like, I asked out 300 women in a month and a half. One summer before college. So, easy. Easy freaking peasy. If this guy can do it, you can do it. If Awesome Funnel can do it, you definitely can do it. If you want to, right? I genuinely feel like a lot of people just don't want to. They just give up before they even start. There's just no effort ever. Nothing but excuses. And it's fun. Like this guy expressed throughout his video, this is fun, and it should be fun. There shouldn't be any negative interactions, right? And maybe he did. Sometimes you'll get rejected and the person's in a hurry. Sometimes some people are just rude, right? It happens. I've had that. I've had it where it's like, no, and they just walk past. They just, all right, whatever. Like, why would, to me, that's not even like a negative interaction, really. That's just somebody being in a hurry. That's just them just not wanting to deal, you know? But most of the time, you're going to have interactions just like this. If you're ever not having interactions just like this, then you're doing something crazy. You're coming in way too aggressive with entirely the wrong energy. And it's so easy to just have a positive, fun energy. There's this problem with the like black pill, red pill communities where these guys, it's like they just hate women. They just genuinely hate women. They can't like enjoy just having a conversation with a woman. Which is like so insane because they expect to just be handed magically from nowhere a serious committed relationship with a woman, but they don't know the first thing about actually attracting a woman, interacting with a woman, having a good time with a woman. It's so crazy. It's like these guys expect the world by putting in zero effort, and they have no concern that they would be 1,000,000% unable to satisfy a woman physically, emotionally, mentally. These guys just bring nothing to the table, but they think that they bring the world to the table. It's pretty incredible. It's pretty astounding. And I'm here to set those people on the right path. And this is how you do it. You analyze it. You go over it. You tell people, you can do this. Anyone can do this. If my jabroni ASS can do it, you can.